Yo, you know what it is, man. The streets is talking once again. It's your boy, the shortest damn man on the radio, the 5-footer, Mr. We all the same height, laying down. I go by the name of Kyle Santilli, and I'm in the building.
It's Uptown Tone, Uptown Zone. Y'all already know what it is. Special guest with us today, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Introduce yourself, man. Put some flair on that thing.
Some flair. Want me to give you a little sauce?
Yeah, put some sauce.
Okay. It's the bizzle.
The Bizzle.
Yeah, this is Alex. Tapping in here, just trying to brighten y'all nights. That's all. Let's get it cracking.
Let's get it cracking. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. How's everybody feeling? Everybody good? So where we at with it? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? That double bubble about to come through. You know what I mean? That third stimulus and it's tax season. So I have no complaints over here.
Pause.
Oh,
I didn't get my second. I'm waiting on that paper check. They got me on bullshit. I ain't been stimulated yet.
Damn.
I'm waiting on my stimmy.
Why it's 2021? Why are you waiting on a paper check?
That shit dumb, yo. It's a long story.
I mean, we got time.
You know your boy.
We got
underground. Hold on, you know your boy was underground for a minute, so you know I got caught up with my tax in 18. You know, baby mama on top of the child to put on all this shit, yo. I'm underground. How about them now?
I'm underground with it. He taking his stimmy to the check cashing place.
Yeah, he said, fuck
Harriet. I got a bank account.
Yeah, he said, fuck Harriet Tubman being on a $20 bill. Watch this.
Give it to him.
That's funny. What about you, Alex? How you feeling? You good?
I'm good, man. Can't complain. Life is good. Yeah. You know, checking in remotely. So, you know, just trying to support.
Let them know where you at right now.
Right now, I am in Rio de Janeiro. Eu estou aqui. Faz um negócio aqui com meus colegas and eu volto a próxima semana. So what I said I'm here taking some BI with some friends, and I'll be back next week.
Yeah, you get.
He might have just.
I just had to flex with my Portuguese. We call it the nigga Portuguese with my MP. Yeah.
He might have just unlocked subtitles on the pod, Kyle.
Yeah, he got to type that shit. I don't know what he said. He got to type that. Yo, I'm good, man. I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? It's almost my birthday. It's kind of like pre-birthday weekend. I got some Remy here.
Any plans?
Huh?
Any plans?
I don't have any plans. I've been low-key with all this COVID thing that's been going on the last year or so. Last year, my birthday plans got canceled, obviously. This year, I could kind of do a little something. I just got my second shot the other day, so I guess I could get out and about, but I'm kind of low-key. I ain't rushing back into it. It is what it is.
The second shot. Let's get into it.
You want to get into that first?
Your second shot. How you feeling? How you feeling?
I seen you take a sip. I ain't got no, but let me take a swig real fast. I forgot my glass upstairs.
Yeah, go. Oh, straight from the bottle. Okay, that's what we doing.
Oh, did you
got my glass upstairs, but I got beer for the rest of the pod. I'm not gonna get too turned. I'm not gonna get too. It's Thursday. It's Thursday though, man. Go ahead, Al. Second COVID shot. Let's get into it, man. Where y'all?
Yeah, so second COVID shot, I was good. Yesterday, I haven't had any. I didn't have any pain from it. Right. Yesterday, the most, the most I felt was I felt kind of lethargic. I felt a little like sleepy throughout the day. Maybe some like minor aches, like, you know what I'm saying? But that lasted probably yesterday. I was sleepy. I went to bed a little bit early. I woke up this morning. I was good to go. I ain't really had no issues. You know what I mean?
How much did they pay you to endorse that jump?
I ain't getting no money to endorse it. Here's the real talk. Real talk. I tell people all the time, y'all can do what y'all want to do. People can make their own decisions. For me, and we had this conversation already. For me, it's the fact that I already dealt with. I already had COVID.
Right.
So I'm like, man, I ain't going through that shit no more. You know what I mean? And the stories that I read in the past or whatever, like the people that did mess around and catch it twice, because there are some people that have had it more than once. The second time is worse than that first time. So I'm like, no, I'll take give me the vaccine. I'll take it.
Which one did you take, the Moderna or the Pfizer?
I had Pfizer.
Pfizer, okay.
Pfizer was me, yeah.
All right.
What you about to say, Tom?
What is with people getting COVID after getting the vaccine? What is the vaccine stopping? The death of it? Like, it takes the death away from COVID?
Yeah, from what I understand, it stops the symptoms. And first of all, they say it's not a cure, number one. If anything, it's going to protect you at a rate of, quote unquote, depending on which one you get, about 95%. You know what I mean? So it lowers your chances of catching COVID. It keeps you from going through the symptoms. And I think they're still trying to study about whether or not it stops the transmission.
Oh, that joint PS5. You don't know what it can do yet, huh?
No, I just told
That's the problem with the PS5. Everybody's complaining. They said this 2K21 is like 2K12. Like, and PlayStation, Sony hit you back like, yeah, we're still working out the kinks and the bugs. Like, but you're selling it to motherfuckers. Like,
if I have a 95%, if my odds are 95% higher of not getting it, let's go. I'm with it.
Yeah, I hear you.
I got it. I get it. Yeah. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just like who's keeping the tabs? Who's keeping the numbers?
Who's keeping score?
Yeah, who's keeping score? Like who's okay? The same. Okay, all right. Those guys.
You waiting on Dr. Burks? Is that what you waiting on?
Fauci?
Fauci be getting sick of the slander though. Fauci will pull up on your show and set the shit straight for you though. He'll sit with some niggas and let you know what it is. Like, look, man, the numbers is the numbers, man. What questions you got? But yeah, it's all just still a I guess just a blur to me. Like we're a year in and still even the new numbers, the new combatants, you know what I mean? The new vaccines, whatever we have new to fight what's going on, may it be the disease itself, whether it be the narrative of the disease, it just all seems like one big gray area, like just one big clusterfuck. And it's like,
real quick, your mic is a little.
What's the difference? What's the difference of someone dying with COVID or because of COVID? Like you don't see the difference. You don't see the difference in the numbers with that. You know, the transmission. How's it really like? How do we get it? Like we washing our hands. Do anybody get it from their hands? I mean, I don't know. It's just too much bullshit out there. I don't know. Maybe Trump did what he was supposed to do. Like, because I'm confused. He's saying one thing, the government, CDC saying another, other countries saying other things. It's just like, it's still up in the air, man.
It may be. I feel you. And let me say this too, because I'm definitely not one of those people that's 100% like, yo, I feel 100% confident in this or 100% confident in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely gray areas. I definitely understand the history of Black people and vaccinations and experiments in this country and all of that. So for me, it comes down to a personal decision of what's the best opportunity for me not to go through that ever again, right? So that's what I make my decision on. To your point of what you're saying, I think everybody's points are valid because I think there are a lot of unknowns still. People are still trying to figure out what's really best. You're getting new information every day. A lot of people don't know who to trust with it. And I think when there's so much going on out there, you kind of just got to base it on your own personal experiences and your own common sense, whatever that might be. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree with y'all, though. It's a lot of unknown information out there. And in whatever way you go, you taking one risk or the other. It's just like, which risk do you want to go with? You know what I mean?
I guess it's when people say that they take the you gotta do what's best for you, and then when they decide what's best for them is what the fuck niggas told them. It's like, oh, that was I don't know. How about somebody questioning your thought process? But I'm like, that was a fucking fact. That wasn't even a long thought process. If that's your fucking answer, like, what the fuck what did you think about? Like,
right.
Like, I know where Tone is at. Me every day with this shit. Like, did you take the vaccine yet? I'm like, yo, if you don't leave me alone about that vaccine.
Say that again because your mic was cutting out.
I said, if somebody don't tell my mom that I'm not taking that damn vaccine, because she calls me every day, did you take the vaccine yet? They're at age 40. I'm like, okay.
Right.
Now, all right, so for people watching, they don't know that your mom is going through COVID and had some real issues with it. So I would think that might put you leaning more towards
Damn, Dr. Phil. He went right in.
He went right in.
You brought it up. You brought it up.
Damn, wasn't that one of the topics that was off the table? No. He turns his journalist John like. Okay, well, yeah. So my mom did have a bad bout with fucking COVID. All right, so yeah.
So yeah. But so my point is, I would have thought that would have had you leaning more towards it.
No, because I had it, and you know, I guess my experiences with it was different.
Right.
You know, so
I feel that.
My mom is older, but the crazy part is she's in great shape. Work out 2 times a day and all of that kind of stuff, which brings me to Tone's point. Like, we don't know.
Right.
We really don't know.
It'd be real simple. It'd be real simple.
How can, yeah.
Oh, you don't know.
So,
like, you know what I'm saying? 89% you don't fucking know. 90% you don't fucking know. 95% you don't know. 99.99
doctors don't know shit.
99.9999% you don't fucking know. And guess what? In America, if it's 100%, you fucking lying.
That's a fact.
There you go. That's all.
Treat the talk.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I'm not listening to you niggas. I'll tangle with this shit myself. Like, I'm here, you here. I'll report my findings to whoever one of you listen, and that's that. That's how I see it. Like, it's like, I don't know what the doctor is doing. I mean, I can't say I don't know what he's doing. But I'm here living it too. So if he's gonna give me a I don't know answer, I'm gonna get in the ring myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of the way. Like, move, my nigga.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Real quick before we move on, like, your mic is tripping a little bit.
1 2 1 2. I don't know why it's doing that.
I don't know. You might have to take a half an inch back from it. I'm not really sure. Or turn the volume up a little bit.
It's too low or it's too high?
It's kind of like, at first I thought it was low, but then when you got closer and you start talking, it sounded like, you know, how the pee popping thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was saying maybe move back a little bit to turn the mic up.
1 2 1 2. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Is it good now though?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
All right, cool.
All right, no doubt. Well, what's next on the table, man?
We're going to DMX.
Yeah, I was about to say we're about to talk about DMX.
All right.
And everything that happened with him. Yeah, so he had from what I read, I believe he had a drug overdose. I don't know what the drug was, or a heart attack from drug use or something like that.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. We got the news via well, I saw it on Instagram first, but I'm going to just say social media and the internet that DMX was being hospitalized, and it was in dire condition. And when you seen that headline come across, like, oh man, because you've seen it, we've seen this before, you know what I mean? DMX having this battle with his demons like he does every so often, whether it be drugs, whether it be alcohol, what have you. But just seeing that headline come through was just crazy, man. So it came out that he was actually unconscious. He was in intensive care. He came out of intensive care, but he still having trouble breathing. I think he has to go in another week or two for evaluation, for brain evaluation. I think I believe
they did one this week already, and with no changes as of right now.
Right. So it's another one that's coming in like another couple of weeks. They're going to reevaluate, but I do believe he had some kind of brain damage, or something to that effect, man. So thoughts and prayers out to DMX. Just this past week, I just saw because the last time I think DMX was really in the news was
prayers out. Yeah. One thing I really
go ahead.
No, I was going to say one thing. Can you hear me? One thing I was going to say about DMX is that I always looked at him as like the alpha male. And I always felt like he wanted to do better. He wanted to, but his demons, and that's crazy because we all have them in some way, shape, or fashion. It's just he wore his on his sleeve, and he reminded me of Allen Iverson a little bit because he gave everything. Every time you saw him, he gave his all. And he was trying to be better, and I just hope he gets better because that definitely is a reality check for myself because, you know, like I said, I know I live with my demons every day, and you try to suppress them as opposed to dealing with them, you know, and I just hope he pulls through. I really do.
Yeah, just to add on to what both of y'all said, man, it's kind of crazy because Tone was talking about like the last time we really seen him out. I know last summer with the Verses, it was him and Snoop Dogg, and everybody saw him and watching the Verses, and Snoop was drinking and DMX was keeping it sober. You know what I mean? Feeling like he had maybe turned that corner a little bit and dealing with, you know, some of the addiction, whether it was alcoholism or drugs. But then what's crazy is, I don't know if y'all watched the Drink Champs he was on, like maybe it was about a month ago. It wasn't that long ago. 3-4 weeks ago, he did a Drink Champs. And he was on there drinking with Noriega in them. And I remember watching it and like, oh man, so wait, he's back to drinking again. And I remember feeling it's crazy because here's what crazy, because I watched it, I was feeling like, yo, is he back to drinking? Like, damn, I'm kind of worried about that. I literally watched that Friday. Friday night, I was at our cousin Marley's crib. We was just busting it up. We was talking about hip hop. We was talking about DMX. The next morning, boom, DMX ODs. And I was like, damn, I was just watching the Drink Champs, wondering why he was drinking again and wondering if he had fell off the wagon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the other part about it is, of course, the thing that's circulating now is when he admitted how he got addicted to crack in the first place. And I think that's like the even bigger story. Y'all saw that video?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
So basically, you know, Talib Kweli is doing his podcast now.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say it's been about a year. And DMX was on. And DMX's story about how he got addicted to crack was he was about 14 years old. He was running with an older dude. You know what I mean? They was running. He said he looked up to him like a big brother. He said at the time he didn't drink, he didn't smoke, he didn't do nothing. He was in the streets wilding out. He said they had did a robbery or something. And then afterwards, the dude was like, yo, you want to hit this? And at first, X was reluctant. And then he finally hit the blunt. And he said he felt weird. And then afterwards, he was like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And dude had laced the blunt with crack.
Right.
That was the first thing he had ever done in his life. And that led to these demons that we're talking about that we've continued to witness over all this time. And he just never really conquered it. So that was just a lesson in itself about just watching who you trust, you know what I mean, who you around, people that you look up to and all of that. And then we seen it play out in real life just with his battles.
Yeah.
Well, you see that every day though, like and that's why it's crazy today. But we've fallen, so that expression in my brother's keeper, that has really fallen to the wayside, you know, because everybody wants to be politically correct. Everybody wants to coddle, especially our kids. That's where it starts, I believe, our kids, from the truth. You know, they're not our friends. Like, he's 14 years old. There's no way, first of all, there's no way he should be rolling with anyone that age anyway, like that. And second of all, even with DMX, his situation now, where was all these people telling him, yo, stop that shit? You know, like, we're so worried about what we can get from somebody, how they're going to feel about it, you know, as opposed to just giving people the real truth. I was having a conversation, and y'all know Leak, right? So I was having a conversation. Leak said something that I thought was profound. He said, yo, you know, I'm black sheep in the family, but, you know, people listen to how I say things. They don't listen to what I say.
Right.
And I was about to come in. I'm like, yo, he's like, I don't be meaning no harm, but sometimes I can't control myself or whatever, but listen to what I say. And I'm thinking about it like, a lot of times, this man, I shut him off or block him off because of how he's saying something. And we've always been told it's not what you say, it's how you say it. No, sometimes it's the other way around. It's what the person is saying. Fuck how they saying it, because it's for your best interest. And then your feelings get hurt, and then you get mad at that person. You don't talk to them when the person's just trying to school you, may not know how to express themselves. So that's why it's important. That's why it's important for us to understand that we are a brother's keeper, no matter whether they want to hear that shit or not. You know, they'll come back and fight another day with us later on, and they'll come back and be like, oh, maybe they weren't right when they said that. It took me 40-something years to come to that conclusion with our cousin Khalid. It's the same thing with a lot of people in a lot of situations, you know?
Yeah. That's real. That's real.
Yeah, I also think just in that nature, that in the industry that he's in, and just how competitive it is, people kind of happy that it's not happening to them. Or when you as big as the DMX is and you see him going through unfortunate situations, because I know what you're alluding to, like you see a lot of the celebrities acting like they going out their way to make these big long posts to find these pictures that they've had sometime in history with DMX. And it's like, where were y'all when you were around and this was going down? It's like, Nori, why are you feeding him liquor? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Why are you feeding him liquor?
Yeah, I just watched that way. I did feel that way.
I just watched what you call him. I just watched fucking Cameron's Drink Champs.
Cameron, he ain't taking out one
and
drink.
He actively drinks and smokes.
Yeah.
And his reason was, I'm not drinking. You're not going to catch me on here like that. Nori kept saying, I got this bottle. He said, I'm gonna take it with me.
Real fast. He said on that Cameron, he said, yo, he started to tell a story. Cam was telling a story, and then Nori said, give him a drink. He said, I don't need no drink to tell you this story. I'm gonna give it to you raw. Remember he said that?
I saw that.
Like, I'm gonna give it to you. I don't need no drink.
Facts.
Yeah, so it's like I agree, Alex. It's like all of the fake love and support now and the solidarity, like, yeah, we stand with X and it's X forever. It's like, you guys, I'm not saying that you are his closest friends or anything like that, but you see him around here in these rooms and things of that nature. Like, are you pulling his coattail then? and letting him know, you know what I mean, not to do things of that nature. So it's a lot, man. It's nuanced, man. But I just want to give prayers and power out to X and his family, everybody involved, man. And hopefully he pulls through.
I think DMX is the perfect. I agree with all of that, man. And I think DMX is a perfect example of I think what our community, just as the black community, gets caught up in a lot of times, man. When people look at it from the outside, you can look into the community and have all kinds of criticism. Like people can look at X and be like, "Oh, he's addicted to drugs. He's a crackhead. He's cursing on stage. He's doing all this wild shit." And then people don't look to the causes, you know what I'm saying, that created the whatever the monster is. You know what I mean? And I think people do that. The same thing with the black community. Like people look at, oh, it's crime here, and these people are on welfare, or whatever the fuck people say, you know what I'm saying? Without looking at the causes and the root of the problem. Well, how did this start? How did people get here, get into the situation? What led to this, that, and the third? And I think that's kind of what people loved about DMX. I told you, me and Marley was talking about X, and we was literally talking about hip hop. And I remember being like, you know, when X came out initially, I wasn't really a huge fan. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a huge fan. You know, he just wasn't giving me that lyrical vibe at that time. But over time, when I got to know him as an artist, I'm like, okay, I fuck with that song, fuck with that song. And the reason why it wasn't because it was super lyrical is because I felt like it was coming from a real place. He was giving you real emotion. You know what I'm saying? It was just everything that we're talking about right now about what Alex said about, you know, having his heart on the sleeve and all of that. And I think those are the kind of the lessons that we could kind of learn from DMX just overall as a community.
Got it. Yeah, man. So prayers and power to X, man, for sure.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
We got more.
Get better, man.
I wanted to get into a Deshaun Watson update because there's been a couple more details since the last time we talked about it on here, I believe. Yeah. Two things just for me. One is that I'm seeing this week he's starting to lose all his endorsements, and usually when that happens, it means that the stuff that's happening behind the scenes is starting to get a little bit more concrete. You know what I mean? But two, and we talked about this a little bit on COVID, but I feel like this was the nastiest move of the whole thing, and I really just want y'all to chime in on it. Like he had, I think it was like 18 different allegations that was against him. Like this bull went and got like 24 masseuses to say that they all had positive experiences with him. And I'm thinking in my head, like, motherfucker, do you know that you are sitting up here and admitting that in this short period of time that you've had fucking 80 hands on you for the same job?
Right.
All right. So
I don't think that you're fucking helping what you're doing, my man. Like, I don't.
But see, like, but what is wrong with that? What is wrong with having 80 hands on you? Like and has anything been proven? All these are allegations.
Who would prove it? In the same, because I hate picking and choosing our battles. In the same, I'm going to use the same criteria that we just killed this bull for getting the COVID vaccine. Now I'm gonna sit here and tell you to tell me and look me in my eye. Who's got the truth? Who's got proof? Who's got it, Alex?
Who's got proof?
Look me in the eye and tell me. Who has
I don't know.
So why is that ever an answer? Do we have proof? No, we don't have this. Proof don't exist here. Like truth
don't exist here.
None of that shit exists.
It's just allegations.
Yeah, so don't circumvent the conversation to that. Just give us your opinion on it.
Right, you know right. But the thing is, but the thing is, though, it depends on who it is, though. It depends on who the allegations are, because you can become president with allegations.
I want to know what
look, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's him, it's Watson, because in my opinion, this is just my opinion. You already know why.
Right.
You already know why. So the deck is already stacked against him. So his best bet was just to shut up, like he's saying, though, like who has. But at the end of the day, he living his life until you have proof, which you never get. Like he's just being smeared, and it's gonna be over. That's where it's gonna go.
You're right, and it lends to where we are. Not just, you know, we already know the deck is stacked against him just as a black man, as a black athlete, and all of that. But also, even on top of that, like today's culture is so much less forgiving. You know what I mean? Like, so if you hear this whole, you know, people talking about cancel culture and all that shit, but now like allegations go so much further now than they did 20, 30 years ago. It's crazy. It's like you almost have to, he should have said to the masseuses, like, all right, listen, I'm gonna get a massage from you, but we gonna videotape just to make sure.
But that's the
just to make sure nothing funny happened, because I don't need no allegations.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know how invested y'all are in it, but it's him. He's the initiator. He's the reacher outer. It's not them. It's not I'm beating girls off me with a stick. It's him. And what the fuck what do you need 40 masseuses for when you play for the fucking Texans? I'm pretty sure the best one is in the fucking locker room.
No, I feel you. He's not making it look good for him. I heard he even reached out to some of the ones.
Truth, so I can only go by common sense. Like the narrative you trying to kick, that ain't getting it, bud. Instagram masseuses over the nigga that's in the Houston Texans locker room for the female. Okay, okay, all right. If that's the hill you want to die on, my nigga. If that's the hill you want to die on, you got it, my nigga. Like, but niggas' brains work out here, dog. And I'm just sitting here in my basement. So imagine what a doctor or a fucking lawyer or a fucking somebody who vested in
it's crazy though.
Is thinking. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be the one to stand up for him, I guess, a little bit, because I'm sitting here thinking about my life, and damn, I did some stuff, and I'll be thinking, I might have. I mean, in today's time, I might have went overboard.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we talked about. Remember when we talked about Kyle? I'll be like, you know. You ever think about a girl under 18, and you're gonna be like, no, right? And then I say to you, oh, you never saw some girl, be like, damn, wait till she grow up. She gonna be bad as shit. Oh, so what? Have you had improper thoughts about this girl? Or I wonder what her mom looked like. Like now you looking at her, now you looking at her mom. It's like, where does it stop? Where does it start? You know, it's like that's why it's just best for me to stay quiet and. Just let people do what they do, man.
And use the team trainer.
But I'm not losing millions over this shit. I'll tell you that shit right now. I ain't losing millions over it. So
you're not losing what?
Millions.
Oh, no, exactly. That's the other thing too, man. I don't know why these guys don't learn from the guys that came before them. I saw I think it was Clear to put out a tweet or something yesterday and said it's crazy that people really only learn from their own experiences. Which I took that as like, damn, like we do that just as people. We don't learn from the mistakes that other people made. We got to go over there and touch the stove ourselves and find out whether or not that shit is hot.
Yeah, because
how many people got burnt before us?
That's liberty, though. Liberty tell you that it don't matter if that motherfucker made it. The person that you're looking at, it tells you it don't matter if he made it or doing good or doing bad. It really tell you don't look at that motherfucker because he don't got shit to do with you.
Right.
He always say that. Keep your eyes on your own paper. Do this. Like this world preaches individualism. It doesn't preach group projects and things of that nature, dog. Like
that's why everybody's so back and forth with this COVID shit, because niggas is like, well, your experience ain't mine.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. We don't think in terms. We don't think socially. Like we push a lot of shit. We push a lot of individualism, communally, if that makes sense. But we don't preach socialism. Like we will tell 1 million people to do 1 million different things, but we won't tell like 100 to like, yo, y'all 100. It will probably we could probably get this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy.
Yeah. It's no more. It takes a village to raise a child. It's no more of that. It really not. It's leave my child alone. Leave us alone. We'll deal with it over here. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's to our detriment, I believe.
It's for sure it is, man. For sure it is.
I agree. Yo, so all right, switching gears to something a little bit on a lighter topic. Did y'all watch did y'all watch the verses with the Isley brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire?
I did not.
Yeah.
Purposely.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying Ron Isley, he looked like he doing good. He looked like a dead man walking to me. I don't know what they looking at. He had the funeral makeup on and everything. Like, I'm like, yo.
And I know I'm probably gonna catch some flack for this, man, but I almost don't care. But if you just seen how the women folk were going crazy over Ron Isley and how he looked, and then like 2 days later they show how he really looked, I'm like, yet again, this is another group public example of how y'all make the worst decisions. And this, y'all swear y'all want more respect, and I'm not saying I'm not here to give it to you. I'm not saying that y'all don't reserve it. I'm not saying any of these things. But all I'm saying is, do y'all look at the things that y'all do? Y'all damn near jumped out the window for fucking Ron Isley on Easter,
who's 99
on Easter Sunday.
fucking years old.
Right.
This motherfucker he rose from the dead on Easter Sunday and fooled all of these fucking bitches, dog. And then 3 days after that, he went back to who he really was. And it was like, and I'd be like, this is how y'all. I can see how y'all get into some of these situations that you get into. Like,
and that's
but nobody want to talk about that.
Right.
Nobody want to talk about that.
He didn't even.
That's what's crazy about it,
like
too,
Alex
though, right?
Said
because
he didn't even have a makeup artist. He had a mortician. Like, he didn't even have a makeup artist. Like,
that's what
and
I
if you
said.
look, and if you flip the script, right, and you know what I'm saying, like, if it was, you know, God forbid, you know, you looking at him, and then it's the whole younger girl and the older man thing, and then you know people are mad about that when they see an older man with a younger woman.
Yep.
At the same time, y'all on here fawning over 79-year-old Ryan Isley like he got the antidote. You know what I mean?
Catfish Ryan Isley. We have to make that. If there's a hoodie Mellow, there's a catfish Ryan Isley, and we seen him on Saturday. We saw him. I mean on Sunday.
Thanks.
We saw him because like 3 days after that, he was looking bad. Like, Alex said, looked like the Walking Dead. Like, I'm like, damn, it's that easy. Like, y'all just it's really that easy. Like,
it just shows how like all you got to do is put on the face and on some superficial stuff, man, and women go crazy.
Right.
It's wild. That's wild.
But it was a good verse.
You breaking up, Alex. Your connection. What you say? What'd you say?
I said it was a good verses though. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was all right.
Oh, the music was the shit.
I didn't watch.
Minus Steve Harvey and his minus his suit coolers all over the fucking place. Yeah, I'm tired of his ass too.
Who you tell? Yeah, niggas on Twitter was killing Steve Harvey. They said after they took that little break, they came back and put Steve Harvey ass on timeout because they didn't say shit in the second half.
Right.
Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down.
Right. Shut up and let them play the music.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Like,
Facts.
Hilarious, man. What else we got that happened? The Tiger Woods.
Let's get on that motherfucker.
Who that?
Tiger?
Tiger Woods? Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, we can get on Tiger too. His ass too.
No, I just because I'm just doing follow-ups of shit that we had talked about that's got new news and shit. Yeah. All of the reports and everything came back. There was no drugs, no alcohol, just a nigga speeding in his expensive car. Basically what it was, man. They said he was going 87. I think he was going 87 prior to, and at the point of impact, he was going like 75 and like a 30 or 40 or something like that.
Yeah, he was wilding. He was late. He was late for a meeting or something. He was supposed to be meeting like Drew Brees or somebody somewhere.
Yeah, some shit like that. That's your man, Al Brown.
Nah, you already know how I feel about him, yo.
Right.
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
He should have just, when he got divorced, he should have just wilded out like he wanted to. That's what happens when you suppress all of that up in you. You know what I mean? He wanted to live his life, and he tried to be the people's champ instead of his own champ, and he ain't been right ever since he got caught.
I agree.
Yo, this fucking Brazil internet is some bullshit.
I told you, do you got the Wi-Fi or the Fi-Wi, dog?
The Fi-Wi.
The Fi-Wi.
I thought I had the Wi-Fi.
Here's what I always thought was crazy about the Tiger Woods situation.
Right.
That whole situation with him getting caught in, with girls and his wife and all of that, it had nothing to do with golf.
Yeah, it do.
I'll
let you finish before I break it down.
It had nothing to do with golf, but his game was trash afterwards. So it just shows how much of a mental thing it is. Like he completely fell off, and it took him years to kind of get back because of something that had nothing to do with golf.
That shit had everything to do with golf, dog. White people let him into his sport, and he let them down, and he knew that shit, dog. Like that's
mental though. That don't have nothing to do with how he swing the club.
That's not mental. It's not mental. That's real. That's real. What happened when he? What happened when he won his first Masters? Tell me what happened when he won his first Masters.
95% half mental.
What happened when he won his first Masters?
You got the green coat,
and niggas lost their fucking mindset. Damn, I guess we gonna have fucking fried chicken and watermelon in the fucking.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so he knew the rules of engagement when you hop into a golf or when you hop into a tennis. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hop into a baseball, when you hop into these sports that's not naturally ours, like it's a and you get to see it. And all this is all uptown tone opinion. We can say that. But I think it airs more on the side of fact than anything, which could also be my opinion. But he know what happened, dog. Like in basketball, you don't gotta do that. In football, you ain't even gotta do that. You do whatever you did, but because we don't even let you niggas in. See what the fuck happened when we let you niggas in, and he felt that. That's why he on there apologizing and doing all that shit.
I agree with all of that, but none of that has to do with none of that has to do with his physical ability to swing.
It's all mental. No, but he's still going through physical shit too. But I'll say this: I went to white school, right, and I went through a large amount of my adult life trying to assimilate into white culture, trying to do the corporate America shit, trying to get the respect and the admiration. I want to say I'll say it now after therapy, but the adoration of white people, of the system of white supremacy. And when I finally sat back and was like, yo, these motherfuckers, they got they foot on your neck and they gonna let you go as far as they want you to go. And after that, they'll spit you out. They spit out Tiger Woods like he ain't shit. He done made them billions. Right. You know what I mean? Once I realized that shit, fuck that,
And that's what I'm
saying. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do.
After that shit,
I'm gonna get it.
He started losing it.
I see it because I'm not gonna depend on them.
Facts. That's real.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is after all of that, they start pulling endorsements. They start painting you in the light. And I get that it's mental and it don't have nothing to do with your physical, but it got everything to do with your physical, dog. Like you fucking, this is my livelihood. This is my job. Like this is my job. And y'all doing shit that has to do with my job because of some shit that I did. Like, so I get it why, and like technically, yeah, you could say like niggas is not robots. Niggas just can't say, oh, all right, I cheated over here, but I'm a golfer, so I'm gonna still be the best golfer in the world. No, like for a sport that relies so much on your mental capacity, when niggas start attacking your mental, they really attacking your physical.
They're taking you out your
coming
zone.
back this way. We asking these questions, and all of these joints. So I say that to say, and Tiger. And I think we even said this on here before, trying to be that Capital Asian or whatever it is. The fuck he tried to make himself. Yeah. I'm saying like now you out to dry.
That proverbial nigga wake up call.
Right.
Real talk.
We all get
now
it.
You in a gray area where niggas don't fuck with you because you basically told us you don't fuck with us. And now white people try to tell you like, nigga, who you think you are?
I dare a nigga on the radio say they not taking that vaccine.
Alex, I done been through this a bunch of times, dog. You're not gonna get me with that
shit. my bad.
No, but real talk. Real talk. Let's stay here for a minute though, because I think this is important because I talk about all the time. Like to what you said, Alex. Like you know what I mean, going to like a white school and then trying to assimilate and all of that. And then with the same thing, and I think me and Tom might have talked about this on here before. Like I had those same experiences growing up in Jersey. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like to a certain point. This is why my ninth grade of high school was so influential just in how I moving forward. Because when I was, a kid, I had all the white friends, this, that, and the third. And I learned in ninth grade when they was making all these black jokes and they thought that I was supposed to be laughing with them. I was like, oh, okay. So I see what this is. At the end of the day, y'all still shitting on me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like I thought we was cool, but y'all still shitting on me. And then the next day I went and sat at the lunch table with Bronson and all the other niggas that you ended up meeting later on in life because I had that moment then, you know what I mean? And it's kind of crazy that we have to have those experiences. If we grow up around certain people, we have to have those experiences for us to kind of like say, have the realization of what it really is. You know what I mean?
But the only way we move forward from that though, I think is number one, not canceling motherfuckers. You got to have the conversation because on the flip side, they was raised the other way. They don't know until you explain to them. Just like that situation with the Queen and all of that shit with Meghan Markle. Yeah. Why would that lady be kicked off TV? She thought she was reacting and saying stuff that she felt, and that's the part that's the problem with America. Is that we don't want to have that they don't want to have that conversation.
Thank you.
It's easy to cancel somebody, pay them 10 million and they gone. No, we got to have those conversations. Yep. So those conversations be passed down to the younger generation. And then those, just like the bullshit was passed up, we got to pass that shit down.
Yeah.
But it can't be always us initiating the conversation. It has to be white people wanting to engage in those conversations and be willing to listen and maybe get their feelings hurt.
Facts.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? That's what I think.
Yeah, I just want to say, listening to y'all two experiences in school, it absolutely sounds like y'all walk so I can run, because my mom definitely tried the assimilation shit with me. I wasn't fucking with that shit at no My mom sent me to Hancock when I was like, that shit lasted. I mean, it might be, but that shit lasted 6 years. That Hancock Northeast. I got the LeBron. I got kicked the fuck out. I said, we cool on this nigga, and she sent me to school. She sent me to school across the street. I went to school in my hood from then on, and that's I'm. So I did like a half and half. Like I definitely went to all the schools and did all of that. You know what I mean? Getting the hour bus ride out to this school because this is presumably better. That shit wasn't working on me though. I'm clashing with these. I've been clashing with the motherfuckers since I've been in first grade.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I ain't had no choice. I mean, you know, we went to Jersey.
I ain't have a choice neither. But when you put me in I feel exactly what you're saying. Like, cause yeah, y'all definitely went to Jersey. But when you put the choice is, which is basically what I be saying to motherfuckers about, because one thing that I feel like I understand a whole lot is system. Like a motherfucker can perpetrate a fraud within the system however he wants. The system going to dictate everything that go on. So you send me out there and you can say, oh yeah, this is better, this is whatever. But like y'all said, once the system start doing what the system do, once them fucking white kids start acting white, and then once I start going upside their fucking head, you know what I'm saying? a decision got to get made. Because that's what happened with me. Like it wasn't no real, and I see that, but that come from y'all having to go through that and probably me hearing y'all stories. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like Kyle sitting there, he hearing the jokes, he like, damn, he realizing you sitting there and you trying to struggle. And y'all are considered a amount older than me. So I probably heard that in my first brush with it. I'm just, nigga, what the fuck? I know how this ends.
What they call you? What was the worst thing you was called in school, Kyle? Were you ever called a nigga?
Not necessarily in school, but definitely around Franklinville. Yeah.
Okay, I've never been called a nigga. The worst.
No, real talk. Here's the one thing that always pops in my mind. One time, y'all remember when my house was to walk to Wawa?
Mm-hmm.
So walking from my house to Wawa, I'm walking on my side of the street, so I'm walking against traffic. So traffic is coming towards me.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably 3 or 4 white boys in a Jeep with no top on it. I'm getting close to the railroad tracks. Y'all know where that's at.
Yeah, I was just about to ask. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm walking that way. The Jeep is coming towards me. One of the white boys stands up inside of the Jeep. He got a cup with a drink, a milkshake, soda, some shit. Throws that shit at me, hits me in the chest. Nigga! Splash on my shit. And they keep speeding down the road in their fucking Jeep.
Yeah.
I just was called a spook.
No, I got called nigga and got shit thrown.
And I didn't like that shit at all, yo. I ain't like that shit at all.
Yeah,
no, I ain't like that. That's when that shit changed to me. Like, I'm like, oh, what? And then the problem is, like Tone was saying with that system, they fucking coddle them motherfuckers that said that shit. And you get in trouble for reacting.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It happens
Always.
even now. It happens even now.
Yep.
That's the play. And then we get locked up or put in bullshit schools or you know what I mean? Get removed from the situation, as opposed to saying, listen, little Johnny, that's not correct to call him a spook. That's not nice to throw a milkshake in the 5-foot phenomenon's chest. That's not right. You see what I'm saying? But no, when you go break that motherfucker neck, now you in trouble.
Right.
Yo, when I was in first grade, I didn't get called a nigga, but it was this young boy, he kept following me around, and it felt like a nigga. Like now that I'm older, I can say that, but like he's fucking with me. Like he's going around. He not leaving me. Yeah, he not leaving me. It's like because I'm in Hancock, like first, second grade. So I walks around, like I line this nigga up. I walks around, like, you know, if you ever been to I know you went to Hancock, it was so long ago. It used to be this gate like at the back of the fucking joint. So I walks like I'm walking alongside the gate. He comes and he follows me around like he's like he's literally tailing me. Yeah. Well, I turned around and grabbed his head and banged on the top of that gate like it was a turnbuckle. This motherfucker was leaking until we left school that day, dog. Like that was
as he should be.
As he should be. But that's when but that's just hearing y'all stories. I'm like, damn, like my stories with white people is different. Like, and I'm not even trying to be like, but my like 99% of my Jones is triumphant. I've been fucking these motherfuckers up, dog. Like I'm trying, like it's a reason, like you know what I mean, like. But in my mind, like what I can say is I never start nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the one that be starting it. Yeah. I can think about a fight when I was in high school. We played against North Catholic. You might have been at the game. I got in a fight with a motherfucking on North Catholic. Again, it's never been some nigger, but I can sense when it's getting close to that shit, and that's when I just take the shit into my own hands. Like, nah, we're not even gonna get there. Like,
right.
Well, I'm on some super woke shit now. I'm ready for any comment, any side stepping, any shit. I don't step out of nobody's way. They gonna get my shoulder if they don't move.
Right.
And I used to always be like, fuck this all this sidewalk, and I'm fucking throwing it. Nah, fuck that. You getting that shoulder. You see this? You get that, dude.
Right. But
you get that, dude.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I'm glad that we can find the hilarity in it. I don't want to say that it's hilarious because it's not at all. It's not fucking.
It's really not.
It's not cute. It's not a fucking joke. But I am glad that I'm sitting here with two brothers that can find the hilarity in it. Because if we look at these news clippings, we look at history, a lot of these fucking situations didn't go that way. You know what I'm saying?
And look at our kids. And look at our kids. They have no fucking clue.
Yeah, or no fear. Or no fear. These niggas don't.
They don't.
I'm definitely raising my kids to be aware of all of that shit.
Yeah,
I try to, but fuck these motherfuckers. I try. They different. They different. Tone, no. I be having daddy conversations with Tone right there, yo. Bro, they different, yo.
I try to raise mine with that, at least with that awareness. I know that's really where it's different too sometimes, because they might not have the same experiences that we have, but at one point, when their experiences lines up with what we've been preaching, that's when it's all going to come together.
I haven't had that happen yet. I haven't had that happen yet.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
But it's going to. It's going to. It's going to.
It's going to happen.
For sure, it's going to happen.
Yeah, for sure.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one.
I like fucking being woke, yo. Let motherfuckers know where I'm at with it. Fuck that.
No, but it's real though. It's real though. Like, so the next thing I was going to talk about, is just in light of everything that's happening on. I know I came on here before. Again, I'm updating Uptown Tone right now.
Hold on.
Bullshit.
It's 5 Wild Wildin'.
Wow. I'm update Uptown Tone right now.
So, y'all gonna stop fucking with my 5. Go ahead.
What was you saying, Tone?
I forgot at this point, man. I was trying to get it out so that I didn't.
Yo.
Oh no, Biden. Biden. I came up here earlier. Just on the heels of all this woke talk and the things that we go through, the things that we've been through.
Right.
I know I got up here on a previous episode and we were talking about the executive orders that came when Joe Biden was elected president, and how it seems like for all the specific orders, it seems like the African Americans and the indigenous people here have been left out of all of those things. Well, here we go with another executive order, real fast too. But I think one just got passed for some kind of gun control that happened because in light of all of these shootings and everything that's going on. And I just want to say, in a world that's so analytical, in the world that's so, you know what I mean? If your fear is really these mass shootings, take white people guns. Take them all.
Right.
Take them all. You got all the numbers. You got all the fucking statistics that show you how to pinpoint this and that. If gun control is really, take the fucking white people guns. Take them. You take shit away from every other race systematically, even if you don't do it. You know what I mean? You real slick about taking other things away from other people. Take their fucking guns. If they can't be responsible with them, then take them, because I swear this gotta be like a 100% issue. We can pinpoint it to one demographic, and it's white fucking males.
You know that's never gonna happen.
Right? We know it's never gonna happen.
Yeah,
but
if it's never gonna happen,
they care more about that.
Happen, then why do we even participate in any of this process that we call government or politics? Why do we vote if we know that shit that needs to be done is not going to be done? You give me a good reason why do we continue to preach X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I don't preach X, Y, or Z. You know me.
No, not you.
Yeah, everybody who know me, no, I don't. So I got zero.
You mean just like being a part of the process and period in general?
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, I guess it's I'm gonna be honest. I guess it's a hope thing, right? Because people feel like it's a hope thing. People hope that you get enough people like us in position to make the changes that we know, like we said a half a second ago, that they're not going to do. It's the whole thing about like the fight over Georgia and getting the votes in Georgia for this past election, and black people came out and voted, and then took care of Donald Trump in Georgia. That's it.
All that. But see, even after that, we still want some bullshit.
Because you gotta be one of them to get in this. Like, that's the thing. It's no rogue radical people that's trying to be changed. One that's ever gonna get voted. One, because the obvious they won't vote them in, and for two, as a rogue radical motherfucker, I don't want to be voted in by them. All the rogue radical motherfuckers got their own shit going on that combats the government. So the people who you need to overturn the government and really change will never be in government. And the criteria that it takes to be in government is actually to just be a white man. Like, you got to be as close to a white man as possible. So whatever your background is, wherever you came from, you got to get as far away from that and as close to being a white man as possible. And they'll gauge whatever percentage you at and how much they're okay with that before you get into any office. Like, these motherfuckers who are like the people who are in office, they not really with us. If they was with us, they wouldn't even. There's no way they end up in that process. They don't even end up in that process.
You're right. I mean, a perfect example is that is your man down in what is Kentucky that was sitting there fighting against the Breonna Taylor situation. He's a perfect example of that shit.
Right. So that's just you know what I mean? Like, you gotta play a certain level of ball to fuck with them that removes your trust from us to even be in politics.
I'll be feeling a little conflicted though. I know I might be the odd one out here because I am a little conflicted because I totally understand all of that. I get all of that. You know what I'm saying? But I still be feeling like, yo, if we don't do nothing, we're not going to ever have that because
no, but that's why you got to.
Let me finish real quick because if we
go ahead.
We are looking for that radical change with that. I agree that we need. It's like it's not really enough people unified in that way to bring that change. So it's like the only other option is, and it's not that I want to go along with the system as is, but it's like the only other option seems as though, and people are hoping that you get inside, change it from the inside. We've seen that maybe that doesn't work all the time, but there's always that hope that maybe we will get to that point one day.
Let me tell you this. We got a branch in our family, the Fields family, Uncle Steve. And as cousins, you all know that they was on the Afrocentric jump when we was young. Always. And they was always, in my opinion, amongst the cousins, I'm not talking about adults, but amongst us, we always looked at them like, they on the African jump. Yo, they saw it back then. Yep. They saw that shit back then.
That's a fact.
And as an adult, I apologize to my cousin Aisha as an adult because they was on that shit. They saw that shit then, and ain't nothing changed from then to now. And that's why I give her props because she's one of the most smartest people I've ever met. Facts. And she's giving it all up to help us.
Right.
Facts.
And she ain't saying change the government, vote for this motherfucker. She's doing it one person at a time.
Right. And
that's what we need. It ain't a matter of getting in the government because the government don't give a fuck about us. Let's get our own shit. But they got us so fucked up in the head. Generation after generation. We don't know which way is up.
Right.
I agree with that too.
So what I'm saying is all that vote and all that shit's well and good. Nah, it's all about economics. We gotta come together as a people, yo. That's it. We can't even walk past each other without fucking giving somebody a side eye. Right. Because they hair different, or they shorter, or they taller, or they lighter, or they darker. We fucked up. They don't nobody want to address that. They want to just sweep it up. We got to handle our own shit because ain't nobody going to clean our shit up for us. Ain't nobody. We keep having this conversation till my kids are fucking 40. It's that simple.
Right.
We have the same shit. Marvin Gaye, all that music back then, Motown, they singing about the same shit that we going through today. Police brutality and all that. The same shit. What's changed? Tell me. No, I'm asking you, Kyle.
Oh, you asking me specifically? No, yeah. I'm not. No, I told you I agree with y'all. You're asking the reason why people want to participate. I'm giving you the reason why people participate. It's the hope factor that I mentioned a second ago. So, like I said, that's the reason. Whether or not we feel hope flows, right? Whether or not we agree, disagree, or agree whether or not how much progress is being made, I feel you. But that's the reason why people participate.
I can agree with that. Well, I can agree with that, man. I just think that it's definitely enough people. I think it's a lot of people who work. It's definitely enough people, but you got to look at the outcome of those people, man. You got to see the outcome of those people. Like we just talked about on here about Judas and the Black Messiah. How did that movie end? Did it end in them in a disagreement and them just saying, "Hey, you can't do this"? No, they killed them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
right.
That's what they do.
Right, exactly. Right. So when you facing death, it's not that it's not enough people in here. Is that they handle that as a level 1 priority in America? Like that's just what people got to like. You got to that means something. That's a decision that's a clear and present decision that no, you can't. You and nobody who looks like you can do this here. We checked all legal boxes. They didn't do anything illegal. They did everything by the book, and they ended up dead and in the worst way, in cold blood, in the hell of bullets, by the people who are supposed to be here to save us. That's a clear and present message that we as Black people don't be trying to get, and I don't understand that. It's blind hope. It's not hope. You know what I'm saying? I hope the fucking sun come out tomorrow. That's hope. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I hope that when I cast this vote, this whole 500, 2,000 year system fucking changes when I hit this one button. That's sick. That's not hope. So, and that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That's just what it is.
So many other issues and so many other issues hold precedence over us as a people. I mean, you know, I know you can't speak on it, Kyle, but you got the.
Why do you keep saying that?
No, because I know.
Why does he keep? When have I not said what I wanted to say?
I'm not trying to put you on.
You know, you got.
When have I not said what I wanted to say?
No, I don't know, because you know where you stop and where you start. I'm just saying that you got like the homosexual agenda that's being pushed, and you got the women's rights. Everything is above us, and it's just tiring, and it's sickening, and it's just like, where do we go? Like, nobody speaks up for us. Anybody who speaks up for us, they get shut down. Look at your boy Steven Jackson. That boy was on TV. He was on his way up. That George Floyd shit happened. He spoke out and wasn't disrespectful about it.
Right. Oh shit.
He became an advocate with it. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what they do. It ain't no oh shit. I'm right, nigga. Now shit.
Oh, I said oh shit because you're fire.
You called the high five.
But I'm saying, like, no. All right. Man. I'm about to sign off, nigga. How about that? Nigga, I ain't saying shit. How about them apples now?
What?
You good?
What my ass, nigga?
What my ass, nigga?
Yo.
All right, man. We had some good shit on here tonight, though. I think it was good conversations all the way around for sure.
No, it is. We definitely got enough.
All right, yo.
To put shit out there, though.
All right, well, shit, we going to sign off, man. Real quick, Alex, man, for your Join Freeze one more time. Let them know what's going on with you, how they can reach out to you.
You can reach me at hashtag, what is it? Hair _ BIZ619.
At, not hashtag, nigga. At. iPhone.
Hashtag, whatever. Hashtag, and we got them Frenchies.
And we got them Frenchies.
We got them Frenchies, baby. We got them exotic Frenchies. Me and the boy Leak Raw got them Frenchies.
It's up and it's the fuck stuck, dog. We got them. We get them straight from the source.
From the source, yeah.
And we got them Frenchies, nigga. Fuck my ad. That's all you need to know, nigga. We got them Frenchies, dog.
That's it. All right, how about you, Tone? How to get at you?
You already know where to find me at, man. Uptown Tone on everything. COVID Chronicles Pod, 444 Pod. Uptown Worldwide. You already know, man. Holla at me. Twitter,
right, no doubt.
Instagram, all that cool
y'all know what it is. Kyle Santillion at Radio King Kyle on the gram and all of that. Till next time, y'all know what it is, man. Streets is talking.
The streets is not only watching, but they talking now.